Hi, and welcome to the Butler Buzz. I'm your host, Katie Stutz, and I'm sitting here with Tracy from BC3's Hope is Dope program. Tracy, thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
We're so excited to learn about this because our community needs support and help with recovery. So
Right.
Can you tell us a little bit about Hope is Dope and how it got started?
Sure can. So Hope is Dope is based on a book. It's a book called Hope is Dope. It was written by Steve Troy, and he's a licensed therapist from Cranberry. So I met Steve about 2 years ago, and it was kind of at the same time where BC3 was putting their new strategic initiatives into place. And one of the pathways in our strategic plan is to the community. And it's really about how can we help the downtown community of Butler. Part of it is to revitalize, to become a healthy and growing community again. So part of what the Dr. Newpower and I talked about was an opioid initiative. And lo and behold, someone put Hope is Dope into my hands, the book, and I took it home and read it one night, and the rest is history. Here we are.
That's great.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, Hope is Dope does not only address the person in recovery, but it also helps the person, the people in their lives.
Right.
So it affects the entire family, and you guys help everybody.
Correct. So the book actually goes into the education of what's happened to the brain.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people that don't understand addiction don't understand it because they don't understand what's transpired in the brain and how it chemically alters your brain. So when you think about an addict and you think, well, why can't they just quit?
Right.
Because they're chemically dependent on it. So it's an educational book because it addresses the brain and how it changes during addiction. And then it goes into the hopeful mode, which is that the good news is you can change what's happened to your brain and restore it back to pretty close to what it used to be before you started with any kind of whatever substance it
Right.
was. So at the end of the book, it goes into all the things that, in particular opioid addiction, gets the endorphins going in the brain, because the endorphins are the chemical that's actually been put to sleep whenever you start using opioids. Because right now that's the biggest problem in our society. So there are lots of things that you can do to generate that regrowth of natural endorphins. Again, during opioid addiction, it actually puts your natural endorphins to sleep, and to recover and get well, you have to learn how to get those working again.
And from I heard from one of the people participating, you had an event that involved how to naturally produce that, involving painting as
Correct.
therapy. Can
Correct.
you tell us a little bit about the painting therapy?
Well, that's one of the things that kicks up endorphins is creativity. So that can come in a lot of different forms for a lot
Sure.
of different people, but obviously art and music are big chunks of creativity.
Right.
So what we have been doing is every last Monday of the month, we've been having what we call Hope Night with the Butler Art Center. And we can't thank them enough for collaborating with us to let us come in and provide something for people who, it's for everybody, but predominantly it's for people that are in recovery, their friends, their family, anybody really who's interested in the community. But the last one that we had was specifically to go in and kind of everybody painted the same thing with somebody from the art center guiding you through that painting
Okay.
process. So you didn't have to be an artist,
Right.
but it gets those endorphins going in your brain again.
It gives you a place to start.
Absolutely. And
Right.
if painting is your thing, or you find that you like that art, that might be something that you take up that will help you in your recovery.
Right.
It's not the whole piece. It's just part of it.
Well, you have to start somewhere.
Exactly.
And that's a good place to start.
Right.
And there's
right.
so many options.
Right. And so some of the other things that we've done on Monday nights is we've had music, different types of music. We've had endorphin producing foods. So a lot of people don't realize that when you eat spicy foods, that actually kicks up your endorphins in your
Okay.
brain. So we had an evening where we had spicy foods available. Just things like that. And, we're already thinking about the next one, and I'm looking into a drum circle. So
Oh, that would be really fun.
Yeah.
That would be really neat.
fun things. We've also done some outdoor activities with this initiative, and also like rock climbing. So
Like more active stuff.
yeah, because the whole idea is, first the education part, to teach people in recovery what's happened to their brain and to teach the community what's happened to their brains. And then once you get through the educational part, then you start working on all these activities, and we go into spirituality and many different things that get those natural endorphins fired up again.
So can you tell us a little bit about the Hope Night that's coming up in April?
So you're asking about the classes?
Yes, please.
Okay, so the classes are actually a little bit different than what we do at the Art Center. The classes are 4 nights in a row, and we've been offering them 3 to 4 times a year. And the classes are offered through BC3 at the A&R building. That's where we're hosting the class. They've been kind enough to let us use their building, so I have to put their plug in too.
Okay.
So that is actually where you walk through the Hope is Dope book.
Okay.
And Steve Troy, who wrote the book, is the instructor.
Oh, awesome.
So he walks us through that whole book and explains that whole process of the change in the brain during addiction, what actually happens and what you need to do to get yourself well, or maybe at some point cured. A lot of people don't like, a lot of people that are associated with addiction or have been in that field for a long time don't like that word cure. But a cure is actually, the definition is a remission of symptoms. So if you have a remission of symptoms and for quite some time, you're cured. And our Hope is Dope program is really designed to get people to realize that they can be cured, and to give them hope, because hope itself produces endorphins. The very idea
healing,
of hope.
Definitely.
Correct. So the four-part class starts this Monday night at A&R. It'll be 4 Monday nights in a row. And the class is offered from 6:30 to 8:30.
Okay.
Steve does the instruction. It's free. We do prefer that people register first, but they can come the first night of class and sign up. And it's for anybody. Like I said, it's not just for people who are in recovery. It's for their family. It's for their friends. It's for community members who just want to learn more about addiction and how can they help. I would encourage anybody who's in the field that works with people in addiction, and that doesn't include just medical professional. That includes people that, policemen, people who work at the jail, in the court system, everybody that is dealing with and has their hands on people who are in addiction.
Right. Just anyone in the community.
Correct.
Brings us all together.
Correct. So it is a 4-part series, and we do recommend everybody comes to all 4 parts because it's really good. People say, wow, I wish I would have known this a long time ago. And also during the class, we always have a little bit of extra stuff. We have a woman that comes and does a little bit of mindfulness and a real short meditation, so that people in recovery and really society needs to learn how to slow down and become more mindful.
And more present.
And live in the present, yes. So we do that. And we also have Julie Saylor, who comes from the YMCA.
Definitely.
And she does a really great demonstration on healthy living. And that's not just about
that is her specialty.
Exercise. Yeah. I mean, that's everything that you're doing in your life to create a healthy living environment for yourself. So we put those little extras in there, too.
Well, that sounds like a great program.
It is.
Something the community definitely needs.
It is.
And Tracy, thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you. I can't thank you enough for having me.
You're very welcome. Thank you, and we'll be right back with our next guest.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Wish dealing with the phone company was this easy.
It would be if you had Armstrong Telephone, and you'd be saving money.
Really?
Plus, all your Armstrong services would be on one easy-to-read bill.
But can I keep my number?
Yep. We'd even take care of the switch, so you don't have to call them.
Sign me up!
All right.
Call today and save. Get Armstrong Telephone for $9.95 a month for 6 months. Armstrong. Life made easy.
Hi, and welcome back. I'm sitting here with Ashley, and she is the principal at Holy Sepulcher School. Ashley, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
I hear that we are having a gala coming up, as well as a bazaar in the summertime to raise money for the school. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Our gala is our 5th annual gala. It will be happening this Saturday. We have actually sold out this year and added some more seats just to make some extra room. It's held at the Butler Country Club. We'll have a band, silent auctions, live auctions, raffles, and the money raised goes towards our school budget. We do a certain section of it that will be for tuition aid. We'll ask people to donate so that we can help those that want to give their kid the experience of Catholic school but are afraid that they are not able to put it in their budget.
Okay. So it's just something that they can visit for another option for schooling.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. And then can you tell us about what's going on in August?
In August, always the second Sunday, so August 11th this year, we'll have our Bazaar. It's for our parish and our school. It's a good family day to come out and enjoy it. We have a huge yard sale that happens and lots of games and activities, funnel cakes, a big chicken dinner that's always popular. Just lots of things, and part of that, the funds there will come towards our school budget to help with expenses as well and keep tuition down as much as we can.
And you said you're going to have the funds go towards the new science program?
Yes.
That sounds exciting.
We'll be using some of our funds for academics, also for safety upgrades, and then technology is a big piece.
Oh, great. And what kind of things are you going to have at the Bazaar?
There'll be lots of stations there with different kinds of foods, apple dumplings, funnel cakes. The chicken is the big one. Then they have lots of ring toss games. There's usually some kind of dunking game. There's a kids' world that has all kinds of activities for them, a bounce house.
So Ashley, tell us how we can find out more about the Holy Sepulchre's events.
You can visit our website. We have a website and a Facebook page for both the school, the church, and the Bazaar that's happening.
Oh, excellent.
So anything from those activities to donating online, a one-time giving thing, or even if you're interested in learning about the school, scheduling a tour and coming to visit us.
Okay. All right, great. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having us.
We'll be right back with our next guest.
Are you moving at the speed of business? File transfers, multiple locations, video chat. Companies these days are using more data than ever, and it's got to be fast. With gigabit internet from Armstrong Business Solutions, you can keep up with a pack no matter what size your company is. We can provide your business a reliable connection to our advanced fiber optic network with speeds from 100 megs up to 10 gigs per second. Get your business in the fast lane. Armstrong Business Solutions. Your business is our business.
Hi, and welcome back. I'm sitting here with Michelina from the Evans City Library. Michelina, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
So I understand you are having a fun run for the Patti Nelson Foundation?
Yes, it's going to be April 27th on 400 Old Route 68 at Patti Nelson's house.
That sounds awesome. So can you tell us about Mrs. Nelson and how this foundation got started?
Well, I met Patti Nelson at the library. She happened to be the board president at the time, and I had just started there in 2014, and in October of 2015, she lost her battle with cancer.
I'm sorry to hear
Passed away. Yes, thank you. And because of that, the Patti J. Nelson Foundation was created, and it benefits the Evans City Public Library because she had a special place in her heart for the library.
Oh, great. So you guys host the 5K, and then you have a fun run that follows that?
Well, it goes on at the same time. The fun run is for people who don't wish to run the 5K, who might just want to walk, and for families. It's perfect for families. It's a very mild course.
Oh, okay. So there's something for everybody with the foundation.
Yes.
Well, that's great. Can you tell me a little bit about the course? I understand that it is going to be on actual Route 68, the old Route 68.
The old Route 68,
okay.
Yes. The 5K is a more challenging course, and actually throughout the 4 years that we have been running it, it has attracted some elite runners to come run.
Okay.
So,
can you tell us about that?
well, it's definitely more advanced. It has rough terrain, and most of it is uphill. So
Okay.
it's definitely a challenge.
Can you tell us about the fun run? Like, what is involved with that?
It's a 1 mile course. I've actually walked it with my children. It's perfect for families and strollers. And towards the middle of it, there is a little lemonade stand run by a little girl.
Aw, that sounds cute.
It is very cute.
So even the kids can get involved.
Yes. And then after the run, we do have lunch and an award ceremony for the top runners. And we also have raffles going on.
Okay.
Patti,
So what would we be raffling off?
we have Chinese auction baskets, so it's an array of different items.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
And Patti was a quilter?
Yes, she was an
Okay.
avid quilter, and she was in a couple different groups because she was a considered a professional volunteer. That's what she liked to call herself. She was in many different organizations giving back throughout her life. And we always raffle off something that she's made.
So with the money generated, what do you do with the funding?
Well, it goes into a general operating cost that helps, pay the utilities. It helps pay salaries for the library, and to also, programming. The race has helped a lot with the programming and events. A couple years ago, we got a new roof, and that was also made possible with funding from the race and local donations from the Evans City community.
So Michelina, where can people go to learn more about the Nelson Foundation?
Well, we actually have a website. It's PattiJNelsonFoundation.com.
Okay.
And there is several links to, you could either register online or you can print out a form and mail it in if you'd like.
Okay. All right, sounds great. Michelina, thank you so much for being on our show today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us on the Butler Buzz. We'll see you next time.
Hunger exists in every county in America. More than 1 in 5 children are at risk. Armstrong continues to create awareness in our communities through Breaking Bread, our initiative to provide resources to food pantries and soup kitchens. Here's how to help. Stop by your local Armstrong office and donate non-perishable food items. Attend special Breaking Bread events held in your area, or volunteer at your local food bank. For more information, visit us on Facebook at Armstrong One Wire and click the Breaking Bread tab.